sounds.
There I am.
We're back.
Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
Before you do something stupid.
Hey, darling, do you want to know what's going on? Listen up to Lee and Joe and get your giggle on. The world according to Waldo's. The world according to Waldo's. It's the world according to Waldo's. It's the WORLD according to Waldo's. Get yourself down there today. Hey.
See, the president has COVID. I can barely hear myself. Now I can. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's got COVID, poor guy.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, people who think that getting vaccinated is going to stop you from getting COVID
Is
didn't
wrong.
pay attention.
I know. Look on your
It
face.
lowers your symptoms.
Yeah. That's all it does, but it's better than dying, I suppose.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I'm not ready to check out yet.
Me either. I still got a bunch of people that beat up.
Yeah. So what's going on? How come you're hanging out with us today?
Oh, man, yeah. Looks like Cindy's in Nashville.
She run away with Jake Owen?
I guess so. Yeah, she's having a good time over there in Nashville.
I bet she
Apparently.
is.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's on her schedule, but that's a fun
Party.
city. That's a fun city. Yeah.
I've only been to Nashville once and had my hotel room robbed.
Oh, no.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoops.
That taught me to never leave the hotel with nothing more than cash in my pocket.
Right.
Left my wallet behind, cell phone.
Yeah.
I'm going out and I'm not, dealing with anything.
Mm-mm.
Yep. I got home. I was hammered. Got back to my hotel room. So I didn't even turn the light on. I just went to bed, woke up in the morning and realized
Everything's gone.
everything was gone. Cell phone, backpack,
Car keys.
car keys, computer. Yeah,
You
all
knew-
gone.
all gone.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Leon had to bail you out, right?
Well, and Trish Snow was working over at TD Bank at the
Oh, okay.
time before she retired. So I immediately called her
Mm-hmm.
because I had no credit card.
Right.
So I had no access to money. And she was kind enough to arrange to have a card FedEx to me. Yeah, it sucked.
I remember that. That was not fun.
That was not fun. That was the same trip that by the time I got home, I was on my third rental car.
Oh, I remember that. That was the second time, too. Like, you get a rental car, you drive it up the street, it'll blow up. You get another one, drive up the street, it'll blow up.
Yeah, well, the one blew up
Mm-hmm.
in Pennsylvania. I got that far. And I didn't, you're in a rental car, so you don't know all the bells and whistles. And I'm
Right.
driving down the interstate, and all of a sudden, a car just starts smoking. And I'm like, what? This is a brand new car. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So and we were out in the middle of nowhere in this little podunk town.
Mm-hmm.
And and it was a Sunday, so I finally, a good Samaritan stopped
Mm-hmm.
because all this smoke is pouring out of the car. And he opened it up, draws out, there's not a lick of oil in the car.
Wow.
Oh.
So this guy climbed underneath, and what it was is they had changed the oil before I left,
Never put the plug back in.
and they didn't tighten the plug. So all the way driving up,
It's fine.
but the oil was
Dripping.
dripping out.
Leaking, yeah.
Yeah, and by the time that happened, so literally blew. And then I'm like, it's a Sunday, so no other, it was Avis.
Mhm.
There was no Avis within a 90-mile radius of where I was that was open on a Sunday. So they had to send a tow truck
Mhm.
and drive me back to the Pittsburgh airport, which was like 2.5 hours away.
In a tow truck?
In the tow truck, and
Oh.
Chaz was with me, and to swap out to get another rental car. they give me another rental car, and then I continue on in my trip. And then in Nashville, when my room got robbed, they didn't steal the car.
Stole the keys.
They stole the keys. So I go out. That was like my first thing. It was like, oh, crap.
Yeah, the car's.
I run out. The car is there. The doors are open. The trunk is open because they ransacked the car looking for more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just tossed the keys somewhere. And once again, I had to call the rental agency. I get to, they're like, oh, the key guy's already gone. We're going to have to come tow the car out here to the airport so we can give you another rental car. I get out there, well, I have no driver's license. So they're not going to rent me a car.
Right.
Because I have no valid driver's license on me. And I'm talking to the girl at the counter, and now I'm kind of losing my ass.
Yeah.
Because I just had enough for the day. And the guy the manager who's in the back hears my voice. And he comes walking out, and he goes, what's your name? And I told him, are you from Vero Beach? And I said, yes, sir. He goes, you do a lot of stuff with the Love Doctors, don't you? And I went,
yeah.
Yeah. He said to the girl, just transfer the contract. I know this guy. I've been to his Christmas in July. he lived in Fort Pierce and had moved to Nashville, but he listened to he went to all the Love Doctor events.
Cool.
So because of my interconnection with the Love Doctors, I was able to get my third rental car.
I remember that.
World.
And this girl was like, there wasn't any mid-size, so she was going to move me down. And he comes back out and he said, I told you to take care of him. And I ended up finishing my trip with a Cadillac. It's like, wow, this is nice now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get pulled over.
Yeah, exactly. What's Chattanooga?
Yeah.
That was a fun trip.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm scheduled for the 15th to get my right shoulder replaced.
Well,
9 o'clock in the morning.
I'm looking at October of getting my left one done.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, I went for an MRI yesterday, and
now, how did you get in? How'd you get an MRI?
Huh?
Open MRI, right?
Yeah, down in
Port St. Lucie.
Port St. Lucie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Yeah. You should see this guy in an MRI machine.
I can't do it. Like,
Claustrophobic?
oh yeah,
wow, big time.
You have to anesthetize me. Like I could never. I can't stay in the machine. But there's it's called a seated MRI. It's diagnostic imaging in Port St. Lucie. I can't describe it any other way than it looks like a big vajayjay.
Uh-huh.
It's like a big letter V. You sit in it, and well, with this one, they had to like lay me down to position it, but you're open air.
Right.
There's big TV screen. If you're claustrophobic like that, because I'll tear that machine apart. I'll just tear it apart.
I was in one for my truck accident. I was in one for 3 hours one day. And the nurse says, "You want to take a break?" I said, "No, I kind of like it. Gotten used to it."
Now, the first time I had it done, I had my my knee done, and they misaligned my height. Because the girl was like, "Oh no, you'll be fine because you won't be inside the machine. Your head will be outside of it."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Well, she misjudged, and I was inside the machine, and then they had to back me out, and I had to reschedule the next day, and I think they gave me 20 milligrams of Valium.
Yeah.
Slept through it.
Yep.
But that was the day. That was the day that and my mother was still driving and stuff, because this was 20 years ago.
I remember.
And I came out of that machine. My mom said I was white as a ghost. And I looked her square in the eye and said, I want to be cremated. And she like looked at me and she goes, that's what you bring from an MRI? I said, yeah, I would never rest in peace knowing that. Knowing the top of that was right in my face.
Yeah.
Nah, wouldn't happen. Cremate my ass.
That's right. Roach said to me, when are you going to retire? I said, I'm not. She goes, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to die in the office about 11:30. I'm sitting in the chair. So when you guys come in the morning, I'll be all stiff and oozing all kinds of stuff, and then take a rowboat full of gasoline, set me on fire, and push me out by the flagpole. What my brother said, because I
don't like that plan.
My brother said if I was cremated, I'd
all
burn,
levels of it.
I'd burn for a month, he told me.
Yeah, you'll go up real quick. All that alcohol I did.
Yeah.
Like, it's like all I did was light a match. So you stood too close to it.
Everybody's hair is all singed and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Guy's got burns on his fingers. Didn't even get to shove the oven in. Oven door closed.
Oh my God.
What else is good? How's business for you guys?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good. Yeah. We're getting clients signing on, and we're doing great here at Evergreen Media.
Yeah, that's usually a good thing.
Mm-hmm. We're doing pretty good too, still.
Yeah, we got a couple new shows on Planet Vero, the Planet Vero lineup.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we've got Grit and Grace with Sarah DePardo, and that's kind of a fitness show. And we've got the Bucket List show, which is a little bit about real estate, a little bit about everything going on here on the Treasure Coast. We're excited about those shows.
I could do an entire show on a bucket list.
So could I.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the show, I'd kick the bucket.
There's some things that need to be accomplished.
Yep.
Yeah. Next year. Next year, I'm getting the Europe itch again. So
yeah. So let's get back to your shoulder. Your shoulder. You had an MRI and
it's not a tear. It has to do with bone.
Mm-hmm.
And the bone is sitting on a nerve,
mm-hmm.
which is causing pins and needles down my arm, like constantly.
Yep.
I was like, well, this is weird. I told him, I said, because my motion is good. Like, I can put it up here and, it's a little sore, but it doesn't,
Right, impede. Yeah.
Yeah. But apparently the cartilage around it has
worn out. So what they going to do?
Silly putty, I believe.
Oh. See, I'm getting a total replacement.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're not having to do
Going in with a 53 Chevy, coming out with a brand new Cadillac. Well, you should not, because I went to the doctor to check my left shoulder out. He goes, man, you're in great shape. You're looking good. Your shoulder's good. I said, now let's take a look at the other one. So I go in, have x-rays taken, and I was coming out of the x-ray room. One of them was on a screen right outside the door. I looked at it and went, oh, my God. It looked like a cadaver. It was bad.
You're close to cadaver.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I got 3 siblings ahead of me, so.
Yeah, you're going to live forever.
No, not really.
Yeah, they abuse themselves like you have.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not really. No, I was the biggest abuser in the family.
So what else is going on? Well, how about some musical lineup for the weekend?
That sounds good.
All right, we actually have music this week. Let's see, Saturday or Friday night, if you're watching us live, which you should be.
Yeah.
On your
yeah, sure, whatever
that is. The name of it?
Yeah, we got the Planet Vero app. We got the live stream.
Planet
YouTube,
Vero app. I couldn't remember if it was Evergreen or Planet Vero.
Mm-hmm.
Planet Vero app. If my family uses the app in Texas to watch the show.
Yeah.
They even have it set up to be alerted that the show is live. Yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Lee and Uncle Joe are on the radio.
Woohoo! Okay, so Friday night, we have Coconut Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome duo. Saturday afternoon, we have the Lionheart Band.
They're good.
and and Sunday is Soul Vibe, not to be confused with Soul Jam. Soul Vibe is but just as awesome. Yeah. So come check them out and get your voodoo buckets and get your drink on and behave yourselves.
Yes. I took Mr. Ringo to the vet on Tuesday, and I had to put a muzzle on him because he didn't like getting needles and stuff. He started snapping. But that little turd weighs 105 pounds.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is he?
He's an American Bulldog Pit. Oh, he's a Terrier. No, he's an American Bulldog Pit mix.
Yeah.
But if the insurance companies listen, he's a Terrier.
Yeah. He's got a head on him that's like...
Oh, he's got a head like a bowling ball. He really is a sweet dog. I mean,
he is. Yeah. He's a good boy.
Yep.
He is a good boy.
Yep.
Do his parents still live next door?
No, he moved to Pennsylvania. Yeah, because that used to drive me crazy. I'm walking around around the block, and his mother'd be out on the leash in the front yard, and she would go crazy.
Yes.
So would he. But
yeah. Well,
Daddy, not so much. Mommy, yeah. Daddy want to eat him alive.
Well, that's pretty,
Yeah, I get it.
Lions eat their young for a reason.
But he's a good boy, and Uncle AJ just spoils him rotten.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
He walks him ever since I had surgery. He walks him at morning and at night.
Really?
Feeds him, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Treats.
So what exactly do you do now?
Nothing.
Okay. Narrowed it down to nothing. I like it.
I'm aggravated everybody at Waldo's 2 nights a week.
There you go.
Sometimes 3. So if a lot of people are going on vacation just before I go to the hospital, right? Is that what you're saying?
Rochelle goes on vacation. I misread things on
okay.
the mega calendar in my office. So Rochelle goes on vacation. She comes back when you leave. So,
okay.
And who knows how long you'll be out for. So
hopefully I'll only out 4 to 5 weeks, because this time they're having home health care come to the house and start me up physical therapy right away. And when I go back to the doctor.
It's kind of looking down the road at your future.
Don't look good.
Home health care coming to change your diaper.
Yeah. And then I go back to the doctor on the 29th. They take out the stitches. Now the big fat, whatever you want to call it, screw up happened last time, is they didn't tell me to go to physical therapy. So I sat around for 8 weeks doing nothing. Now it's all different. I should be a lot shorter.
Yeah. Can lead a horse to water.
Yeah.
And then you hold his head under.
Yep, exactly.
Well, yeah. I think we'll save the rest of this show for marketing purposes.
Yeah.
But anyways, we will see.
Publix or Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, exactly. I do need to go to the grocery store. Mother Hubbard's cupboard is bare. And I refused to leave my house yesterday.
I don't blame you.
I was I got up in the morning and I went to breakfast and I went back to my house and I never left until 6:30 this morning. Wow. Yeah, I was on total lockdown. It was awesome. Yeah. All right, guys.
All right. We had fun here today.
Thank you for filling in, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. My pleasure.
Thank Donna for not showing up.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
She's semi-retired now, so.
Yeah.
Exactly. And see, we had nothing to talk about last week. It was all about Donna.
Yeah, it was. That was a good thing.
All right, guys. See you next week.
Yeah, bye-bye.
For the latest on the greatest place to hang in town, those reviews, delicious food, and good times. About, hey, darling, do you want to know what's going on? Listen up to Lee and Joe and get your giggle on. The world according to Waldo's. The world according to Waldo's. It's the world according to Waldo's. It's the WORLD according to Waldo's. Get yourself down there today. Hey.